Welcome to the Gen X Journey podcast. Dive into all things important to Gen Xers, from advice on aging parents, expert interviews, product reviews, and heartfelt conversations. So put down the joystick, grab your Walkman, dust off your old yearbooks, and welcome to the Gen X Journey.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Gen X Journey podcast. This is Keith Abbott. I'm here with my good friends, Noel Kirsch and Steve McKelkey. Happy holidays, fellas.
Happy holidays.
Hard to believe. We're blinking we miss this time of year if you're not careful, you know?
Crazy.
It is nuts. And of course, now Thanksgiving is a week later than it was last year. And so now we literally have, 4.5 weeks until Christmas after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So
the good thing is that the Good Friday sales the Black Friday sales started back in, early October.
So, right. I think I saw a few come through in June.
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember when Black Friday was just one day and it was the day after Thanksgiving, but now it's like 2.5 months long. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. Makes it a little bit better when you're trying to find some things. So I was I was waiting on a couple of sales to come through, and Black Friday hit last weekend on the thing I was looking for. I was like, score, sweet. I don't have to wait until, because that day was chaos too.
Yeah, it was
not even enjoyable. So, you can still have the tradition of going out and doing things like I know my wife and some of our girls are going to do, but it's not necessarily the have to get there to get the Cabbage Patch Kid at 1 o'clock in the morning at Target type of deal, which is kind of nice, So
that is nice. There
was something to be said about that, but I think maybe it's because I'm a dude. I don't mind that not being there,
Yeah, totally.
So we're a week in of Thanksgiving. Here we are. And so we just wanted to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, what we're doing for the holidays. And we had some fun on Facebook too, asked some unique questions about Thanksgiving, and so got some fun responses. So we thought we would share some of the responses from the people that we talked to. So actually reached out to some of them that responded because we liked the responses so much. And they were nice enough to let us know what we could share on the recording about some of their favorite traditions for food at Thanksgiving. So we're excited to share about that a little later in the episode. But let's start with you guys, Steve. Noel, what are y'all doing for Thanksgiving?
Well, me and Robin, we have been on a crazy ride this past few months where we've had no time off, and when we do have time together, it's usually consumed by either we're working together or we have a different project. We're trying to help each other out do something. So we actually have a few days starting midday on Wednesday where we have a few days together to do nothing but spend time together.
That's awesome.
So turkey is being defrosted right now. We're gonna do our usual traditional Thanksgiving dinner. It's just gonna be her and me though. And
sweet.
We would love to see family, but we feel like we should spend some time together instead of being around this massive group of family members. So we'll miss them all, but we're excited to just have a slow day on Thanksgiving, especially, and just enjoy the day.
And more leftovers for you. That's
exactly
nice.
Right. Exactly right. Turkey, then turkey sandwiches and turkey soup.
That's right.
Turkey casserole. Then
turkey gumbo, turkey etouffee,
turkey salad.
So how do you cook your turkey? Do you fry it? Do you
defrost it before you fry it, or you just throw it in there frozen?
Don't fry it, but definitely defrost it. Now we do it in the oven, just the old roaster oven way. But
beautiful.
I sort of want to do a fried turkey. I've had one once. And it was so good.
Have you done fried turkeys, Noel? Do you do that?
I have done it before a couple of times. It's not something we do every single year, but I've done it a couple of times. My younger brother did one for Thanksgiving or Christmas a few years ago too, which is really good. But it's okay. How about you? You ever done that before?
I never have. I've had it, just like Steve was saying. It is juicy and wonderful, but no,
it is good.
I never have. I don't think I have the equipment for it, and it's just one of those things. Like, do I justify buying all that for one thing one time a year? It's like, I don't know. That it may or may not happen. Plus, we live in a place that's so everybody wants to come so bad. We may never have guests again. I'm being totally sarcastic. Where we live is not necessarily the let's go Black Friday shopping mecca of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are you doing, Noel? What are y'all doing?
We're going to my mom's house. All the family's coming into town and stuff, and um, having a pretty traditional Thanksgiving dinner for us. You know, there's nothing too different for our Thanksgiving. Kind of do the traditional stuff and everything. So I don't know. I just love spending time with family. That's the best part for me, honestly.
Oh, agreed. That sounds like so much fun.
How about you, Keith?
Kind of the same thing. We're actually going up to Lubbock. My daughter, her husband, and our grandbaby live up there, and so um, we are having our other daughter that's in pharmacy school in Abilene come up to hang out with us. Ashley and it's Brittany and Mike's house, and they're having the feast this year. So should be a lot of fun. We're going to be up there and enjoy Thanksgiving, and then go probably do a little shopping on Friday, and then go see the Tech West Virginia game on Saturday. So it should be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it. So
Very cool.
yeah, I can handle the shopping as long as there's sports to follow. So I'm good with that. So
yeah,
Totally.
So I'm curious, all three of us sort of mentioned a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. So what constitutes traditional to y'all? So turkey happens for sure.
Turkey happens for sure. There's mashed potatoes, the stuffing, dressing stuff, and my family does more of a cornbread kind of stuffing. I know there's like other variations of stuff out there. We're kind of a cornbread family. And then of course cranberry sauce, green beans, the rolls, and I'm trying to think. I think that's got everything. And then the regular pecan pie, apple pies, that kind of stuff. What's traditional look like for you, Steve? Do you guys have like turkey and dressing, or do y'all do like fried chicken and?
Very much same as you. No fried chicken. Even that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Hey, fried chicken's always the right answer.
So definitely the cornbread dressing. Yeah. And so, the idea of putting the stuffing inside of the turkey and letting it cook, to me, that sounds like just like a bacteria casserole to me. And a lot of people do it. So I'm always blown away by that. But no, it's a like cornbread dressing is done in a casserole dish, and use my grandmother's recipe, and that's nice. Fantastic. This year we're doing corn casserole instead of green beans, but so we'll see how that goes. But Keith and your special guest, what does the traditional Thanksgiving dinner look like for y'all?
Yeah, so I just made my wife and forced her to come in here kicking and screaming, talk about Thanksgiving. Like she's nodding. She knows. She knows.
Looks like she's being held against her will for sure.
Excited?
He has his arm around me, so I can't run.
She's in the headlock.
It's a loving arm. Don't worry. For those not able to see this, it's not a headlock. Okay, I'm just loving. So I have my special guest because she does some awesome cooking. What's your favorite thing that our family does, and what's your favorite special dish?
Well, I'm a sweets person.
So I look the way I do.
Yep.
So it's gonna have to be the pecan pie and the cider.
Oh yes. Tell a little bit more about our special cider for the family.
Our cider has pineapple juice, orange juice, apple cider, and Red Hots in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Red Hots.
I've had that before. That's really good.
Yeah. It melts the Red Hots into the cider. Yeah. And let me tell you, it is
interesting.
Amazing. So I'd say that's unique.
Have you guys ever had wassail?
Yeah. Have you had wassail?
I think so.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think we had it at like a Madrigal dinner one time.
Yeah, it's very similar to what you just described without the Red Hots, and like has like cinnamon sticks and stuff like that float in and everything. It's really good, man. It's it makes the whole house smell like like the holidays. I mean, it's amazing.
That's the only way you can describe that smell. It smells like the holidays.
The holidays.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's so good.
That we went over got lucky enough to go over to Germany and Scotland over the last couple of years for the holidays. Germany has this, it's kind of an alcoholic wine called Glühwein. And it's the same. It's not the same ingredients by any means. It's like mulled wine with some different things in it, but it's the same thing. It smells like Christmas. Like when I smell that, it's like And like I even like just making it. Now that I know the ingredients, I'll put it on a in a bowl and just have it on the flame on the stove and just let that smell effervesce the house.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, man, it's just amazing. So yeah, it's a good thing. And yeah,
so I'm curious about the pecan pie. So homemade pecan pie?
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be, because I'm a Payne, and it has to be a gluten-free crust.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But she has found, I mean, like, gluten-free stuff has come a long way since the cardboard. I can just say, she's got a lady on YouTube. What's her name?
Chef Alina.
Chef Alina, yeah. And this lady is legit with her.
Interesting.
We made what was it? It was chicken pot pie last night. Every bit as good a crust. You would never know it was gluten-free.
Yeah.
We gotta link that in the comments and for those that are gluten-free listening to this. So
yeah, you have your way of making pies. That's for sure. So
that's awesome.
So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead with the way you make the pie.
Oh, it's just it's the Davis family recipe. So it's cinnamon and sugar and eggs and lots of pecans, and I can't remember.
A lot of love.
Yes.
Like Steve would say, it's made with love. Isn't that that's a Steve McKelkey, right?
That's right.
That's awesome.
My mother-in-law, she makes this chocolate pecan bourbon pie. And so basically it's pecan pie with chocolate chips in it as well, and then bourbon, obviously. So Rob and I were like, hey, we're doing our Thanksgiving shopping on Saturday night. So, hey, let's make that pie. So I took a picture of the recipe, and we're on a budget right now. And so whenever we started picking out all the items just to make the pie, and then we had to buy the bourbon as well because I'm out of bourbon, it was going to cost like $65 to make that pie. I was like, we're not doing that. So we picked out that chocolate silk pie from some frozen pie section at Walmart.
you pick out the frozen silk pie and you buy a lottery ticket, and if you win a lottery ticket, you make the other.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take to make that. Good Lord.
That's awesome. See, I don't have my arm around you anymore. You have
you can run now.
Thanks, Don.
You're welcome.
I love the tradition.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate it.
She can say the cool stuff better than I can, so I'd rather her talk for us. So
absolutely, man.
We're excited about that.
It's always good to see her.
Oh yeah. She was like, I can't hear you, and I was telling her, you need to come in. I can't hear you. Not fair. So anyway, but that's fun, the traditions we have. But like I say, we had some fun talking and having some interactions. And again, if you haven't been part of our Facebook group or our social media groups, please join us on the Gen X Journey. That's all you have to do is look us up on the Facebook group. Our logo is the same. We have a lot of good interaction on that page, and this one was one of our favorites. And we had asked a bunch of our friends to tell us a little bit about a unique Thanksgiving addition to the Thanksgiving meal that they like to do. So Noel, why don't you start? You had a couple that gave you some feedback, or at least one. Who was it, and kind of tee us up?
So Collin Dugas is my daughter Lauren's boyfriend, and he is from Louisiana. I've promptly gave him the nickname. You're in good with me when you get a nickname. And his nickname, his Kirsch family given nickname, is Collin Baton Rouge. So I even have on my phone my contacts and stuff for him. I have a picture of Garth Brooks singing, and so anyway, that's Collin. But so Collin and Lauren have been dating for a while now, and he is from Louisiana, and he was talking about some of his family traditions and stuff. And I mean, prepare yourself when you're about to listen to this clip. I was getting hungry listening to it. If you like Cajun food, oh my goodness, get ready, because it's coming thick and fast here. But yeah, Collin kind of shared his family traditions with us and some of the foods that they make there, and I don't know, may have to have Thanksgiving in Louisiana sometime. But anyway, I wanted to say thanks to Collin for recording this.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's good addition to the episode. So here's that clip from Collin.
Awesome.
My name's Collin, and my family is originally from Lafayette, Louisiana. So I'm going to talk about some of the Cajun dishes we do for Thanksgiving rather than doing a turkey. First one my family does a gumbo. We typically either do a chicken and sausage or seafood gumbo. If I had to compare the two, I'd say a chicken and sausage, a little bit safer option and easier to make, while a seafood gumbo is a little bit more involved and has a few ingredients like scallops, as an example, that may turn some people away. We like doing a gumbo temperature starting to drop, so it's always a good time to do that, as well as the Thanksgiving leftovers. Gumbo is kind of similar to a chili or soup in the sense that after a few days in the same pot, kind of breaking down in the refrigerator, the leftovers are actually a lot better than the first time you make it. The other side dish we typically do is a crawfish étouffée. Now, I think a lot of people have had étouffées, but a lot of those ones have a darker roux, which is kind of more the New Orleans Creole style of it, while my family makes one with more of a blonde roux. That is the kind of Cajun side of it, where my family's originally from. So those are the two dishes that we do, alongside sometimes a turkey, sometimes not. Just depends on how many other sides we're making.
Good stuff. I really am glad that Collin was able to participate. It's kind of fun to hear some of the unique things around the country, and not just where we live, and the different unique meals that are around there. I think that makes it so much fun.
And it's good to have some connection with the state of Louisiana too, which we've had difficulty connecting with apparently.
Yeah.
So
yes,
our appreciation to Collin for the first linkage into forbidden state for us, apparently, but
from native Louisianan.
Yeah, that's right.
I firmly believe that Cajun food or Louisiana cuisine is some of the best food out there,
bar none.
And it just like there's not another food quite like it. Like there's Tex-Mex, Mexican, New Mexican cuisine. They all sort of resemble each other in their own little ways, but it's just different in Louisiana. And,
absolutely, man.
My sister-in-law's family, they live in Beaumont area, but it's basically like Louisiana West, and and like Christmas at their house is great. The gumbo and the etouffee.
Oh man, that sounds so good.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah. So, Steve, you were able to talk to a couple of folks too. Share with us one of them.
Yeah, first one is from a good friend, Todd Payne. So when we were in the tech band, Todd was our graduate teaching assistant, and really good guy. And his he lost his dad earlier this year, but his dad was the master of the grill. And so you'll hear Todd talk about the special tradition that his father always added it, just like most moms. His mom carried the torch on most of the Thanksgiving meal prep, but his dad added a special touch. So take a listen.
Hey guys, it's Todd. I tell this story about our Thanksgiving food. My mom would normally fix the usual turkey, dressing, green peas, green bean casserole, the normal things you'd have for Thanksgiving, which was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, it was always good. She'd also fix dessert for us. She knew I loved chocolate pie, so she'd always make a couple of chocolate pies, and we would not go hungry, that's for sure. She'd also make pecan pie, and I'm the only person I think in the world that doesn't like pecan pie, but she would make one anyway for everyone else, but I got my chocolate, so that was okay. The other thing is my dad was amazing at the grill, and he loved to grill food out, and he was really good at it, and he would do 2 or 3, sometimes 4, depending on how many people are coming over, racks of baby back ribs. He would fast grill them, not smoke them, but heat them and cook them on the grill. His own barbecue sauce that he created, he would use, and they were just so great and so really good. And I do remember that, and it was just a great memory. One of the regrets I have, of course, after he passed away back in March, was I never watched him do this, and I really regret that, because that would be anything, right? I would give anything to be able to do that. I'm not sure I could replicate it anyway, but it would sure be great to try. I'm sure he's looking down right saying, I told you should have helped me outside. But it was a great memory, and I do have great times thinking of that. Every time I eat ribs now, I always think of him. I just have to, because that's where I got my love for barbecue ribs going. And I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and I hope to hear this greatly soon. Take care.
Okay, you guys are making me hungry with all of these already. So
that's just 2, and we got 3 more to
go.
Man.
A long way to go. So I'll share one of mine. So I reached out to Nancy Brown, and Nancy, I thought she was one of the first that was able to reply to us when we posted this, and she has what I would consider to be a cheesy reply, so to speak, and you'll see what I mean when you listen to this clip. So let's give Nancy a listen.
Hey Keith, tradition that we used to use in the family started just because of my love of roses. And I brought chips and queso one time because I'm like, well, it's Texas. Why not? At Thanksgiving. And Mom and I just started putting queso on everything instead of gravy. And we both agreed we really liked it. And then she asked me the next year, hey, you going to make sure you get some chips and queso and from Rosa's Cafe? And I said, sure, I'll go get some more and we'll put them on everything. And it became a thing. And there you go. It was just my mother and I a little bit more adventuresome in how we like our food and stuff compared to the rest of our family, which is pretty normal, plain, didn't branch out.
So whenever Nancy first shared this, it sort of blew my mind. I was like, all right, queso or cheese over like broccoli makes sense because that's, it doesn't taste good to begin with. So the only way to make it better is put cheese on it. But then I was like, God, over mashed potatoes, really? But then I started thinking about it. Cheesy fries are good.
Yeah.
And, we put cheese on a baked potato.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest, I sort of want to make a little side of queso on Thanksgiving Day just to give this a whirl. So
I tell you,
it might be some content for Thanksgiving Day on our Facebook
feedback.
page.
I'll tell you, my family is a bunch of cheese lovers. I don't think they would hate it at all. So yeah, that's pretty good. So, and here's what we need to do. We need to combine our lives and have a queso competition, and the best one gets put on the gravy, on the turkey. I mean, in replacement of gravy. For those listening, we used to have Super Bowl parties and would have massive queso contests and bragging rights and stuff like that for the whole year. It was a lot of fun. So we could combine the best of both worlds and put them together. It'd be kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to think that if we earned a championship banner for the number of times we won the queso championship, my house would look like Boston Garden with all the banners hanging from it.
Good Lord. I should have known that was coming.
Jeez.
Ryan Butler's back there going, oh no, he didn't.
The cardiac queso.
Yeah. I mean, he won the award for most heart attacks given.
Yeah, that's true.
Most ingredients for sure, man. He put cool in it too, like everything, man. Yeah.
Why not? That's awesome.
Yeah. It was easier to list the stuff that wasn't in his queso than stuff that was in it.
Right. I know it. All right. I'll do my other visit. And then Steve, I'll let you wrap up with your last one. So one of my comments after Nancy did was we really like, I was from El Paso and we have a little bit of a Mexican flavor tradition. At New Year, tamales are as big a deal as black-eyed peas. I mean, you had to have a tamale New Year's Day or you'd have bad luck. But for Christmas and Thanksgiving, my grandmother would make the best chile rellenos. And to this day, I've never been able to find one to match it. Never. And it was like, as I got into college, they would always say, what do you want for Thanksgiving? And that's all I cared about. I was like, as long as the chile rellenos are there, I'm fine. And so like, that was the running joke is like, here's the gringo wanting the chile rellenos, for his Thanksgiving meal. So, but anyway, it was so good. So when I talked about that, our friends Lettie Armendariz, who we all went to tech with, but I also knew her from El Paso. She talked about special recipes that she uses at Thanksgiving. And I'm even hungry every time I listen to her talk about this too. So let's let Lettie tell us a little bit more about this.
So for Thanksgiving, we have a traditional Thanksgiving meal: turkey, stuffing, green bean casserole, mac and cheese, all of the delicious Thanksgiving food. But we also have my mom's red chile de árbol. It's a red chili sauce that is actually delicious on our turkey. But I think our favorite part of my mom's chile de árbol is the following morning when we have fried turkey with eggs for breakfast on Friday morning with my mom's chile de árbol.
I don't know what she just said, but it sounds delicious, man. That's chili darble. Yeah, I would order that. I would probably make a fool of myself ordering it, but it sure sounds delicious, man.
You would need a lot of milk, I'm pretty sure, because I think that's a spicy meatball right there. So
yeah.
but it sounds good. Thank you, Lettie. That sounds so good.
That's awesome.
All right, Steve, what's your last one? I think you had one more that you visited with, wasn't it?
Yeah, you bet. So, of course, the best day about Thanksgiving dinner is just the dessert. I mean, of course, usually on Thanksgiving Day, you do at least 2 to 3 rounds of dessert at a minimum. But, Ryan Butler, who we spoke of earlier in this, shared a special salad that his mother liked to make for Thanksgiving. So let's give that a listen.
Yeah, so family tradition, which seems kind of odd to say because, when you're growing up, you don't really think of it as a family tradition. It's just kind of the way life is. Until you get married and your spouse looks at you and say, what in the world do you people do? You realize, oh, that's something different. So in the South, there's food that's prepared 2 different ways. It either has a ton of sugar in it, or it's fried, or sometimes a combination of both. That's really all you get. And that's just kind of the way life is. And for Thanksgiving, my mother would always make a dish that had this strawberry jello that had frozen strawberries in it as one layer. And then on the next layer would be this pretty thick layer of cream cheese. And on top of that would be a third layer. And that third layer would be another layer of the strawberry jello with the frozen strawberries. That doesn't sound too bad, but what was odd is that we called it salad. So just somebody down at the end of the table, hey, can you pass the salad? And everybody just knew to pick up this jello infused cream cheese thing, and it was actually eaten with the meal. That was not the dessert. The desserts were very extravagant and very sugar-filled, even more so than what we would call salad. And we wonder why 90% of the people in the South have either diabetes, high blood pressure, or both.
Sounds like a dessert to me.
Yeah. I was going to say, if every salad was like that, I'd be the healthiest guy in town. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Why can't all salads have Jell-O in it? Dang it.
Sounds amazing. Holy cow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
I always love this time of year, guys. I mean, it's
totally.
There's always a lot of memories. Of course, we get older, a lot of our memories are of, lost ones or loved ones that we've lost. And so, it's always the time that I look forward to because it just brings back a lot of happy memories. And I'm sure y'all feel the same.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Even those that I've lost, like not having mom and dad around, but I still sit back and I think about the memories and sometimes makes you a little misty-eyed, but misty-eyed with a happy feeling, going, man, I had a really, really fun life with them and I get to carry on their traditions. And I think that's pretty awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, it's awesome that your mom's turning 80 years old.
I know, man.
That's
December
so cool.
December 6th.
Oh,
No,
December
6th. So
wow.
Yeah, she turns 80, and my stepdad just turned 84 on the 20th of November. So it's cool that we live here and we actually get to hang out and stuff, and actually be there for their birthdays and stuff. So that's pretty special. But
well, and speaking of, yours is coming soon.
Dude, like we're hours away from me.
Yeah, tomorrow, right?
yeah, we're less than 6 hours.
A big 5-0, right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm rolling in my 5.0 tomorrow.
There we go.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna now. I've got a Kirsch family nickname for you. You're Hawaii 5-0. You are Hawaii 5-0.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I know you guys turned 50 like 12 years ago, but it's my turn now. So.
Yeah, I know all these people that are not 50 yet. I'm like, man, that seems like so long ago. It's so sad. You don't look a day over 51, Noel. It's good.
With all of us are going to be 50, Noel's definitely looks the oldest.
Yeah.
I love having friends that just lift you up. That feels so good.
We're here for your support.
Heck yeah, man. That's what it's all about.
That is. No, I hope you
just remember that Keith will be the first to be able to use the senior discount.
I will, and y'all are all invited.
Yeah,
y'all are all invited. Your treat.
That's awesome.
I remember vividly my dad like making a beeline to go get the senior coffee at McDonald's. I'm like, Dad, you just spent more money on gas to get that coffee than just brewing it yourself. It was so funny though. It's
the principle of the matter.
I would do it. I'll be like that. And he was like a point of pride. Can I have that senior blah 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 blah? I'm like, whatever. And there wasn't even internet back then, and he knew them. He knew them.
Yeah.
Like, he had a little flash card in his camera or in his glasses pocket that he knew the discounts and where. So it's amazing. So. That'll be me soon. I hate that. Start already getting AARP cards. I hate that.
Yeah.
So, it's all right.
Hey, there's a lot of discounts with the AARP, man.
Yeah, there is,
dude.
I'm not.
And you don't even have to be like old enough to get a AARP discount. So I'm starting to sound like an AARP
you are. I feel
right now, but
I feel like you're selling me.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird that the mailers from AARP suddenly just start showing up as soon as you turn 50. If they haven't already, they just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Emails
they do
as well. It's crazy.
It's wild, but that's okay.
There's a connection from ARP to IRS. IRS knows everything about you. I think they're like
funnel it over.
Yeah.
This guy.
Get him.
Yeah,
right there. He's over there.
I believe this. It's like a secret underground deal. I can see that.
Gotta be.
That's funny.
Totally.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, fellas. This was a fun episode. And thanks to everybody that was able to contribute. Lettie, Nancy, Todd, and Collin, and Ryan. And I really appreciate all of y'all. That was a lot of fun. And we'll definitely do some more of these in the next few episodes. We've got, you heard already our Gen X Christmas ideas, and we're going to be reposting that for those that are ready to do some shopping. But we are also going to be doing some different product reviews of our own and some different Christmas idea reviews of our own that will be both in audio and video in the coming weeks. And so hopefully have some participation from others with that one as well. Should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for those. And again, like I said before, please like and subscribe on our YouTube and find us on podcasts and your favorite platform. Make sure you subscribe so you can get the latest content, and join our Facebook pages and join in on the fun, because we have a lot of fun on those groups.
Heck yeah.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir. We'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the Gen X Journey podcast belong solely to the hosts and guests and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of any entity they are associated with. The information provided is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and should not be considered professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of qualified professionals for any specific issues they may face. The creators and contributors of this podcast make no representations as to the accuracy, completeness, or validity of any information, and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its use.